good. So, today is the day. Today's the day, Gizmo. Guess what, Sprinkles? He's like, what? Today's the day. Today is the day. Guess what, Malachi? Today's the day. Today's the day. Today's the day. Today's the day where I get another rabbit, but not for you, Athena. Sorry. Today is the day that you guys have all been waiting for, and that is the day that I take Olive to go pick out her brand new buddy. So, yeah, that made me sad to say. Wow. Anyways, here you go, Olive. I'm like happy and excited to get another bunny, but it's just sad to think about Desmond. Alright, so just a little bit of backstory for anyone who is maybe new to my channel. Previously, I had a Flemish giant named Desmond, and I had him first for a little while, and then once I moved out of my parents' house and into my own house, I decided that I wanted to get another rabbit to pair with Desmond because rabbits are extremely social and they do best in pairs. So I looked up if there were any rabbit rescues in my area. I did find one, and I took Desmond there to have him meet some other bunnies and see who he hits it off with the most. And when I did this, there ended up being a few rabbits that we picked out to kind of see if Desmond would go good with them. And Olive and Desmond just hit it off immediately. Olive loved Desmond. That's why I ended up getting Olive. And their whole bonding process was just extremely easy because they never had any issues. I never saw any sort of fighting for dominance even or anything like that. So a little while ago, Desmond ended up passing away just from old age because Flemish giants don't tend to live as long as a lot of other rabbit breeds do. So that ended up leaving Olive all by herself. I basically just decided that now is a good time for me to finally go out and look for another partner for her. I feel like I'm ready to take in another rabbit and kind of work on the bonding process. Assuming that it's probably not going to be as simple as it was last time, because I think last time I just got really lucky. So today we are going to go to the rescue. It's called Midwest Rabbit Rescue here in Michigan. I'll link them down below in case any of you guys are seriously interested in rescuing a rabbit, because they're a great organization to go through and they have just so many rabbits that are looking for good homes. And they would also obviously heavily benefit from any donations that they can get to help them take care of all the rabbits. And they're just constantly taking in new rabbits. Like there are so many people that just come by and dump rabbits on them. We're gonna go there and check out their rabbits, and Olive is going to pick out a new partner. So let's go check out the rabbit rescue. Alright, so we're currently in the process of selecting which rabbit is going to be the best match for Olive. And the goal is to try to find a male rabbit that's going to be close to the same age as Olive. So there aren't that many males here that are old, unfortunately, but there are two rabbits that we are going to try out. So there is Corbin, and Corbin is 2 years old and is like kind of a spunky, energetic, very adventurous rabbit. And then there's Banks, who is about 6 years old, which is actually about the same age as Olive, which is perfect. but Banks is a very chill, laid-back rabbit, and he also has a kind of reoccurring tooth issue that needs to be checked out every year. So that's just something to keep in mind. But overall, it's up to Olive which rabbit she likes the most. So let's try to find that out. Alright, so we did end up coming home with another bunny. Olive made a decision. So overall, things did go well with both rabbits, but she did make a pretty clear decision which one she liked more. And it was Banks. Banks, you won. So while we were doing the speed dating, Olive got along with both of them pretty well, but we initially put Olive with Corbin and, you know, they kind of checked each other out a little bit, but Olive didn't show that much interest necessarily, but they did get along. And then we tried Olive and Banks, and they got along pretty well too. Olive seemed a little bit more interested in Banks, however, and I had a lot of trouble deciding which one I liked more just because they're both adorable. They both got along with Olive, and they both had very different personalities, but I did enjoy both of their personalities. Corbin was very adventurous and hopping around, and you know, he was a pretty active bun. Banks, on the other hand, is like the opposite. He's still very friendly, and he still came up to me to say hi, but he's just very chill. Like, he'll just sit there and he'll just sit there. And then we decided, let's put Olive with Corbin one more time to see how it goes again, just to make sure, you know, just to see if anything happens the next time around. So we put them together. Again, they're checking each other out, not a whole lot happening. They started to kind of have a bit of a scuffle where they were starting to chase each other around, which doesn't necessarily mean that they hate each other or anything like that. Like, that's fairly normal. But it just shows that there was going to be potentially some figuring out who the dominant one was during the whole bonding process. Nothing like that happened between Olive and Banks. However, Olive did start grooming Banks, which to me shows that she probably liked him a little bit more. Olive, at the end of the day, was the one who decided that Banks was the one we were going to take home. And I'm kind of happy because, I mean, first of all, Banks is adorable. And I also appreciate how calm he is. Like, he's honest, he's like so calm. Honestly, he might be more calm than Desmond was, which is saying a lot. Like, he'll be laying there and you can just go up to him and pet him and he'll keep laying there and he just doesn't care. And that's kind of unusual for a rabbit because they're prey animals. They're usually really nervous, especially, you you know, around people and in an environment that they're not familiar with. Even given that he's in a completely different space than he's used to, around people he doesn't know and around another rabbit, he's still just extremely chill and laid back. And again, the only kind of drawback with him is that he does have a little bit of tooth issues that need to get checked out about every 1 to 2 years, but that isn't really a deal breaker for me if he's the one that Olive likes the most and they're both the same age, and just overall, he made the most sense. Welcome Banks to the family. You're so cute. Now is just the fun part of bonding Banks with Olive and getting them used to each other and seeing how that whole process goes. So if you guys are interested in seeing all of that unfold, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you have notifications turned on, all that stuff, because I'll be doing a whole video just about bonding Banks and Olive. And I'm also probably not going to keep Banks's name Banks just because I'm trying to think of other names, so let me know in the comments some name suggestions because I need help. He's very cute. I need a name that's very like lazy, floppy sounding, if that makes sense. Yeah, I need something very cute and good. That's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Follow me on all my social media links, which will be down in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next one.